Sweet basil, agroplants.org, also known as Italian basil. So the sweet basil, everybody know it. It's an annual plant, can grow in a variety of climate, Mediterranean, subtropical, temperate, or tropical climate. Hardiness zone of 5 plus. And here I will try to manage how to grow it. So let's start by, if you would like to grow this plant, there is a link below, link is the right top side. And every purchase it's donation for this channel. Except this, don't forget to subscribe, and this is really helpful for this channel to continue to grow. So the best way to start to grow it will be from seeds, or just to buy a plant. Also possible to use cutting. I use a lot of time cutting, and it's very easy because it's just to put over the water. I already made a video about how to put it from cutting, so check it out. Hardiness zone, you can start to grow it by 5 plus. You can grow it even in colder. The flowers are white, not very significant, and everybody know what you can do from the leaves. The leaves you can use it as a salad, spices, to dry it, or just to make a pesto. You can start to harvest after the plant establish. The best it's to cut actually not just the leaves. I think it's a mistake. The best is to cut stems, and after you cut the stems you just use it for cutting. And again, you have the video to check it out. You can start to harvest after the plant establish. Wait a little bit. Except this, it's prefer well-drained soil and more water in the summer days. So if it's really hot, just add a little bit water. Okay, so if you want it to grow it, that you will have a lot, you can start even for one plant, and the sowing rating, it's crazy. You have another video about sowing, but now we will manage about how to grow it. So 30 to 60 centimeter, depends the cultivar. 12 to 24 inches. It's been in the right condition. It's a fast growing plant. It requires average amount of water, but better to have it, let's say, with water all the time. Don't let it dry. Full sun to, let's say, half shade. Hotter the area, I will highly recommend to keep it in half shade. 2 reasons why. In the really hot days it's just falling down because it's too much hot, and also it will bloom super fast. You don't want that it will bloom every time that this plant will start to bloom, unless you need the seeds. Cut it. When it's arrived to the autumn, you can let it bloom, but until then it's just a waste of the energy of the plant, that it will waste it on blooming and not create more and more leaves that will be bigger. Also light, good light, it's very important. Be aware that if it can be horrible, and also predators that eat all the leaves, can eat all the plant. There will, few days there is no plant. Except this, you can, people a lot of time grow it on the balcony or just on the window bench. So it's something to consider. People use it because it's really nice to use it fresh. This is a reason to grow it, you grow it to have fresh. And when you buy it's like less good. This is really less good than the usual. When you just eat it fresh, it's amazing if you add it to the salad or you just make fresh pesto. And it's easier to make fresh pesto when you have a lot of leaves, of course, and not just when you buy a small amount of leaf. You can also start to buy just the leaves. It's mostly arrive with the stems. You just put it in water and then you can grow it. A plant like this, if you use cutting, and in the winter you protect it from the cold winter, you can actually start to grow it by something that you taste, and then you know that the leaves are the best that you can have. Of course, hybrids and stuff like this, I made myself an hybrid in the garden. There is another video about it. That it's perennial, because I use another kind of basil, that it's perennial with this flavor, and after a lot of trying few years, I have actually perennial sweet basil. This one specifically, it's not, because I still continue and try to make things better. So every year I try to make new hybrids. But If you choose to grow it, be aware that it's quite amazing to have it. It's one of the easiest spices to grow. It's an annual plant. A lot of people mistake and think that it's perennial. The best season will be in the spring or in the end of the winter. If you live in a hot climate, or tropical can be what fit in the tropical. It can be most of the year actually. And it's grow well and it's easy. So why not to grow something that will be tasty and beauty? That's all from growplants.org. Don't forget to subscribe, visit our website, and of course, if you have any question, just ask. You have here links about more videos, some lists, subscribe, and of course, purchase a plant, and this is donation for our channel. I hope you enjoy, and come visit us again.